Hello, everybody. Welcome on into baseball here on youtube.com/SeanTheSourceRex. I'm Sean, and we are streaming 5 nights a week at 6 p.m. Pacific time, Sunday through Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We get a game of the week on Saturday and Wednesday. Tomorrow, we'll be checking out Dispatch episodes 3 and 4, so check back for that. As for tonight, we have more MLB The Show, or MLB 11 The Show, but I have a couple of games that we need to figure out where we want to go. So we're going to bring up a trusty spin wheel, which means I do not have chat open for just a second, because I have to use the same browser, otherwise everything breaks. And we're going to spin the wheel and figure out what our other 3 games are. We have the Royals and the Red Sox. That's our guaranteed game because those are teams that we haven't seen yet. But let's see what we get. So we'll click to spin. This is a very exciting way to start a stream. Welcome on in, everybody. We're going to get the Reds and the Astros. And I will mark that down. Oh, thankfully it put that right there. Let's go Reds, Astros. See if I spelled that correctly. Remove it. Spin it again for game number 3. We are going to get Cubs, Cardinals. All right. Cubs, Cardinals. C. Oops. UBS. It's a good one to have, a rivalry. We'll remove that one and spin it one last time. Let's see if we get any other AL teams. We've been a pretty good split so far. And it's... ooh, just correct. The Mariners and the Athletics. That'll be the final game of the day. Mariners, Athletics. And we'll head down to Oakland for that one. Okay. With that bit out of the way, we can remove this. Yes, please remove that. And we can jump into our stream. I gotta figure out where all these games are. Okay. This is the one thing that I didn't think of. View today's games. We need... oh boy. Twins, Tigers. Is Red Sox, Royals, Reds, Astros. Cubs, Cardinals. Okay. So we will actually start with the Red Sox and the Royals. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Play game. If I skipped over one on accident, we'll be fine. The good news for me is that the Mariners will always be the final game of the day, no matter what time it starts, because it's the user game. So it does that. All right. So let's cut that. I think I had these correct in the correct order. So I am going to do at space, delete and backspace. Why are you so far behind? Thank you. Welcome on into Kansas City. These are the final 2 teams that we had to watch, and it's the Boston Red Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Welcome on into your Tuesday evening stream. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out and joining me. I'm going to do some brief fixing of my title and description and stuff because I didn't have everything set. I will do my best to make sure that we don't watch the same series 2 days in a row. So we won't see these 2 teams play again, especially early in the season. As we get later in the season, it might be more interesting. Like if there's 3 games between the Red Sox and the Yankees that really matter, as we take a look at Mark Teixeira batting .600, your player to watch. Maybe those are days late in the season where we would watch them, but okay. And then I need to fix the tags. Center fielder Drew Stubbs is going to get us started. First baseman Justin Smoke. Right fielder Jason Hayward. Left fielder Carlos Lee. Third baseman Adrian Beltre. Designated hitter George Cantu. Second baseman Blake DeWitt. Center Benji, there it is. Benji Molina. And Jason Barnett, the shortstop, is going to finish things off for this Red Sox lineup. We're still working on our first rotation, or first go through the rotation, so tomorrow we should have more interesting stats there for you. as we take a look at that Kansas City Royals defense. We are ready for baseball here in Kansas City. Pitches just outside and low for ball number 1. Good day. The famous speed threat of Benji Molina. You know him. You know him well. Pitcher winds, fires. Hope things are going well. Walk off. Good to see you. Hope your new job is treating you well. Also, while I'm thinking about it, that other baseball YouTuber you mentioned, would you mind re-putting that in the chat? Because I was going to go look it up, and then I X'd out of the window, and I was like, I don't know that I can get back there. Single up the middle for the Boston Red Sox here. We'll get things started. It was the slowest of slow catchers. I kind of figured. That ha 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 gave it away. Didn't realize Justin Smoke played for the Mariners at this point in time. It's kind of a weird section of Mariners history. I don't know. Let's see. Can never quite remember. Because King Felix would be on the rise. Let's see. The 2011 Seattle Mariners. 35th season. They finished in last 67 and 95. That pitches in on the edge for a strike. Who'd they have that was kind of weird? Sean Figgins. Doesn't look like there's any Ichiro. No, there he is. Said Foolish Baseball. Jimmy High Roller. Okay, thank you. I can now copy that. I think yes. I'm gonna just copy your message. We will throw it in a notepad. As that one is cracked out to center, it's going to be out number 2. Runner will scurry back to first base. We will mark that down in my notepad. Thank you. I appreciate it. Get rid of our wheel spin window so that it doesn't ruin everything. Now I gotta unhighlight your message. There we go. I need to watch that Adam Dunn video. Maybe I'll put that on my phone maybe tonight when I'm making food. As we see a steal of second, it's going to be an out. It's a great throw from the catcher. It really seems like the slide animation is not smooth, and we might actually have an injury here. So that'll be interesting if we get that, like, now in at whatever base or whatever position. That one smashed. Oh, it's a shame that they lost that out to second base. Would have been interesting to see them go first to third. We've already had a couple injuries here this season. Nice piece of contact right up the middle. So 1 on with 2 out here for Carlos Lee. Batting .500 on the season with an RBI. That one is a big swing on an aggressive swing on pitch number 1. Does not benefit the Boston Red Sox this time around. How about that World Series going 18 innings last night? Crazy. Pitch is in and fired. Hit over to third. Gets the out at first. Probably would have been a double play, so I don't think anything really changed there. If that same sequence of OBS disconnected somehow. We good? Okay, so this reconnection successful. Center fielder Austin Jackson, designated hitter Reed Johnson, first baseman Mark Teixeira, right field Travis Snyder, shortstop Alexi Ramirez, Josh Willingham, the left fielder Brian McCann, the catcher Neil Walker at second, Polanco, Placidio. I can see it with my eyes and my mouth can't make the words. Placidio? Polanco? Between their 15-inning game with the Mariners and now this game with the Blue Jays, I've played almost 2 entire extra games. The 15-inning Mariners game was against the Tigers. Right? Game 5 of the ALDS. Polanco, the hero. So here we go with the leadoff. Did any of the ALCS games go to extra innings? Was there 15? Was there a 15 inning? Hold on. We can look it up. Scored 5 in the 8th. That one was regular. Yeah. Oh boy, that is high. It is deep. It is driven deep to right field, and it is gone. The Kansas City Royals strike first. There's Mariners v. Tigers. Okay. I was like, did I miss an exciting game? A lot of those Mariners Blue Jays games had like a pretty decent victory of margin with the exception of game 7. It's like here's a 13-4, here's like a 10-2, here's a 6-2. This one's 8-4. See in Detroit. When that Detroit commentator was like, I gotta do a fucking game recap. Fuck that. Good stuff. So 1-0 here for the Royals as they get their leadoff batter to smash one deep. 0-2 count here from the lefty. That one's in the dirt. Blocked for the catcher. Nobody on, so it doesn't really matter. That's ball number 1. And a swing and a miss. Went with that really nice curveball there. Some baseball game at some point. I did see an interesting stat that like Brad Paisley has sung the national anthem or whatever at 4 of the longest World Series games of all time or whatever. Fascinating. See if I can it's probably lost forever. Yeah, 4-3, 10-3. I guess the first game 3-1's pretty close. Vlad Guerrero with a home run. He went with that deceptive curveball and then got the swing over the top of it. It's a really nice pitching sequence. Probably would have gotten me, but there are a lot of types of pitches that get me. 1-2 count here with 1 away. That one's going to be higher in the zone, lifted out to left, and pretty easy catch. It's only one World Series game longer than last night's, and the Dodgers were in that game too. Yeah, that's wild. Don't play the Dodgers in the World Series unless you'd like to play about 6 extra baseball games a series. That one is... Ooh, I thought he jumped a little too early, but it's a nice athletic play. But the Kansas City Royals strike for 1 in the top of the first. Beltre, Cantu, and DeWitt stepping up to the plate for the Boston Red Sox here in inning number 2 with 2 hits already. They lost a runner on the stolen base. Ugh, you hate to see it. That pitch is in for a strike. And that one is fouled away. 0-2. I like this pitcher being aggressive. I'm gonna assume he's gonna get too cutesy with his 0-2 pitch. Actually, wasn't that cutesy. I think it's one of those weird. We've only watched what? How many have we watched? We watched 20, 21 games. You can kind of see the cracks. No, 17 games. You can kind of see how this game works. You see that pitcher start to set up inside, and you go like, oh. That might drift over the heart of the plate. That's going to be a broken bat pop out to second base. Red Sox Dodgers in 2018. 18 innings, but it took like an hour longer because no pitch clock. Oh, God. Boy, if you ever wanted to, like... You ever wanted a good reason for the pitch clock, that's it. This one lifted out to left. He's going to make a leaping or stretching grab for it. Man, if that gets past him, it's probably a triple. Curious to see what that animation looks like. If the player reaching out for it, if he doesn't get it. There are some brutal animations in the current show games that can really be a detriment. Smashed but foul. It's been a very efficient inning number 2 here for the Kansas City Royals pitching. That pitch is in for a ball. 1-1. There's a nice strike over the outside part of the plate. Double taps the dirt and tries to get the swing and miss. Good eye by the Boston Red Sox at bat, or batter. Sets up inside, gets him jammed. It's going to be a good effort by the third baseman who's able to get there. And that will take care of the side in the top of the second. Ramirez, Willingham, and McCann coming up for Kansas City ahead 1-0. Did I say the wrong name? No, I did. Okay. I don't know why that threw me off, but it did. They did not give us an update on the injury. Probably because it was the lineup. But I would guess it was the shortstop that went down. That pitch is in for a strike. One and one, nobody out. That one's low. For ball 2. Winding, firing, hit up the right or left field line. It's going to stay fair. It's going to be a double. Pretty good throw. Closer play than you might think coming off the bat, but that ball kind of died once it got past the third base. Whoa. This is where your enemies to lovers fanfic starts. First, they started by shoving each other on the base. Next, they're going to start shoving each other into bed. So 1 on and nobody out. That's where Kansas City's been able to do their damage. Granted, it was a home run, but 2 no-out hits. Otherwise, they haven't really been able to get a whole lot going. Potential insurance run here. That's a strike on the outside corner. Nice location. Away and 2. I mean, if you can at least advance the runner, you will have done your job. You can't just hold the bat on your shoulder. Pitch stays outside for a ball. 1 and 2. Readies and fires. That is a curveball that will advance the runner. Nicely done. Now you have an opportunity for a sacrifice fly. Unnecessary spin throw, if I'm being completely honest. Brian McCann stepping in with no average. Just a bunch of goose eggs. That pitch is in low for a strike. Little lefty-lefty matchup. That one drifts outside. Good eye. Level things out at 1 and 1. Got him to go on that one. Goes foul, and it's 1 and 2. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. An insurance run 90 feet away. Swing and a miss. He got him and looked late on that one. A couple of outside pitches. I like that sequencing there. He threw a couple outside. The batter was able to take the first one. Fouled off the second pitch outside. Tried to jam him in and threw off the timing. A good opportunity to strand that runner over at third. That pitch is in, low and outside for a strike. Winds and fires. That one is going to be hit up the middle, but not before the shortstop's able to get to it. Can he beat the throw? He cannot. In time by a step for the Boston Red Sox, and they will head to the top of the third, down just 1 run. So Benji Molina going to step on in here. See if he can get something going. Only down 1. 1 swing here. 1 big swing can tie it. Or a nice little swing just out of the reach of the second baseman. Don't think he was going to be able to throw him out. But you do love the effort. So a single to start things off here for the Red Sox. They do have 3 hits. And the Royals only have 2 hits in this game, and both of them came with 0 outs. It's just that 1 went over the fence. 1 on with nobody out. That's a strike just on the inside part of the plate. One of those catchers over here, pitches over there. That one misses low. One and 1. That one misses low to bring it to 2 and 1. That one's going to be hit over to third. Could be a double play to second, to first, and that's 2 gone. The Twin Killer really puts a really dampens the chances for this Red Sox comeback. It was a good start, but I mean, if you watch me play MLB The Show, you see that plenty of times. Sam Flood. Flood? Floud? Last chance for the Red Sox. Pitcher winds, fires. That one's similar to what we saw in the last at-bat. Pitcher set up toward that left-handed batter's box, and that pitch is in the right-handed batter's box. Thankfully, the catchers don't get crossed up too often, as that one is fouled away. Was not expecting that sound effect. Readies, fires in the dirt. The only times the catcher lets the ball through is if it's a pitch in the dirt, which is good. Sets up inside. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the first game of today's stream. 1-0 Royals. It was a leadoff home run for Kansas City, and that is it. That's all they needed. Boston had a few hits and could have had more of an opportunity to get a run on the board, but they lost a run or two on a stolen base attempt, and they hit a double play after they got the base hit with nobody out in the bottom of the third. Jake Arrieta, your player of the game. 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout for the Royals. He gets the win. J.A. Happ gets the loss. Jackson, with his first home run of the season, proves to be the lone run of the contest. So 1-0 Kansas City. And there you go. Those are the final 2 teams that we needed to see. Let's move on to, if I have this in the correct order, which I believe I do, should be Cincinnati at Houston. And we'll get a look at that old stadium. Okay, it is next. Let's get caught up on some scores really quickly. The Nationals, they beat the Phillies to give the Phillies their first loss of the season. The Nationals improved to 4-2 with a 3-1 victory. Yankees and Orioles both 2-2 after the Orioles blank the Yankees 3-0. The Blue Jays take out the Rays 4-0. White Sox, they fall to Cleveland 1-0. Twins, they get, I think, revenge. I believe we watched that game yesterday. I think the Tigers won. Twins win 5-0. I think maybe the Twins won. I don't remember. Oh my goodness. 10 runs in 3 innings. The Padres all over the Braves. Mets, Marlins. The Mets still have not gotten a win. The Marlins win 1-0 to improve to 2-3. Pirates take out the Brewers 4-1. And then we just watched the Royals and the Red Sox. So let's head to Astros. Let's head to Houston for the Reds and the Astros. And then, because I didn't know what games I was going to play, I need to grab the thumbnail to swap it to. So, actually, here. You can do this. As long as I'm on top of it. Boof Bonzer. Is that a regulation collection guy? I forget who they put in their regulation collection last week. When they didn't have any mail. I wonder if she would remember. Oh, there you go. There's that hill. There's that hill nobody liked. And that's that ridiculously dangerous pole. A matchup of a couple of 2-2 teams today. Cincinnati and Houston. Last time we saw Cincinnati, they got absolutely destroyed. See if they have a little bit better luck today. Come on. Open. Save. Player to watch, Billy Butler. 667 average, has 1 home run and 5 RBIs so far this season, or already this season, as it is quite early in the year. That's what I want there. Taking a look at this Cincinnati Reds lineup. Grady Sizemore, the center fielder, is going to be leading us off. Michael Young at third base. Nelson Cruz in right field. Ty Wigington at first. Logan Morrison in left. Daniel Murphy at second. Ryan Spilbors, the designated hitter. JP Arencibia. Oh boy. Again, I feel like I can see it, but I can't pronounce it. He's the catcher. Starlin Castro, the shortstop. Arencibia. Yeah, Arencibia. I think that sounds all right. Jason Hamill making his season debut. Should be the final day of that. Fingers crossed. Take a look at the Houston Astros defensive alignment. There's Sean Figgins. We saw him bunt last time we had Houston. So here we go, game 2 of our quadruple header today. We're underway with a ball that's low and inside. That old Astros text. I think this is about one of the last seasons that Houston was in the NL Central before moving. And then just proceeding to dominate the AL West. Because the AL West honestly hasn't been very good. Kind of walked into the perfect situation for the Houston Astros. Pitch gets the bottom part of the zone, and it's strike one. Two and one. That one is smacked up the middle. And that'll be a single, leadoff single. There's a section in the Houston Astros Wikipedia called 1975 to 1979, Cautious Corporate Ownership. That pitch sails high. Okay, where is the decline, 2006 to 2009. That one fired up the right-hand side, but foul. Where are we going? Trying to see. That one goes up the left field line, but goes just foul. I was trying to see what the franchise record. No. Okay, well that's not helpful. Ooh, swing and a miss at a high pitch. That'll set down the first Cincinnati Red of the game. Houston. It's a great pitch right in that top corner. AL West record. Not this season, that's not helpful. If I could choose between any, that one's a pitch outside. I don't know if that was a pitch out, I think it was just a bad pitch. If I could choose between any two new cities for MLB teams, what two cities would I choose? I like Portland and Nashville, personally. I think those are good picks. I would be up for putting a team in Montreal. I don't think that would be realistic, but oh, that's going to get by the catcher. Ricochets back, but not before the runner gets to second. I don't know that I want one in. I don't know. I think I'm a little biased in the Portland side. That strike pitches in for a strike on the inside part of the plate. A little bit biased for Portland just because that would give Seattle a little bit less travel, and hopefully would help that out a little bit. I'd be good with this. You're going to steal third and be safe. So a steal of second, or an advance to second, and a steal of third. And just like that, Cincinnati has one, a run 90 feet away. I'd be up for giving Oakland a team. So horribly snatched away. That pitch is outside for ball 4. I really like the old Montreal logo and color scheme and bring back the Expos. You know what? Give me Portland, give me Montreal. That pitch is low. Be interesting to see what happens with like realignment and stuff. I would kind of hope that they would go to smaller divisions, kind of like the NFL, and really boost up those the division games. Because I think with like a, say like a Northwest division, I think you get Houston and Texas out of there. I think that would be helpful. That pitch is in for a strike. It would make a very weird and weak division. That one is hammered up the left field line. It goes around the horn for 2, and that will do it for the Cincinnati Reds. They get a runner on with a walk. They get a runner to third thanks to a pass ball and a stolen base. They work a walk, and they are still not able to bring that run in because of a double play. Brutal. Sean Figgins leads off, the third baseman. Skip Shoemaker, the designated hitter, followed by Matt Holliday in left field. Carlos Quinton in right. Buster Posey behind the dish. Billy Butler at first. Colby Rasmus at center field. Omar Infante at second base. And Marco Scudero at shortstop. They're either going to make 8 divisions of 4 teams or 6 divisions of 6 teams. 6 by 6 is 36, though. Are they going to expand by... That'd be a lot of expansion. Boof Bonzer. Eight divisions of 4 teams. I did see the John Boy thing where he was kind of pitching how he would do it. And there probably would be enough coastal teams on the west side to put them all in a division together, but that means that the Seattle Mariners have to deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I really think that Game 7 ALCS loss is going to get worse the further we go into the future. That pitch is fouled away. Because already for Seattle, you have Houston fell down the stretch and didn't make the playoffs. That pitch is fouled away. Detroit faltered down the stretch, didn't even win the division, and ended up as a wild card team. And Cleveland wasn't good enough to challenge for spot number 2. So they didn't have to play the wild card. And the Blue Jays took care of the Yankees, as we see a little infield pop. All they had to do was get past the Blue Jays, which is no disrespect to the Blue Jays. Obviously, they couldn't do it, but they're a different beast than the Yankees are. Hey, John Boy's realignment, you cannot separate Giants and Dodgers like he did. I think there are some rivalries that you want to keep. That one is smacked up the third base line and foul. I will say he did kind of sell me on the 2-half season, where like the winner of the first half and the winner of the second half. I know they do that in the minor league stuff, and I was kind of like, I don't know about that. He kind of sold me on it a little bit. So then what would you... What 2 cities would you pick for expansion? And how would that affect your divisions? Because you have what? You have Seattle, Portland, and then you'd have San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco. That's 5. Colorado, the Athletics Diamondbacks. That is the number. That's the group that makes sense to me. That pitch is inside. I think the problem with his is that he was very much like he wanted that East-West sort of thing, where he gets rid of the leagues. Nice diving effort by the second baseman, but can't grab the ball, and it is a base hit. Because then on, like, say, the eastern side, I think you keep Toronto, Boston, the Yankees, go like what? Mets, Phillies, Vancouver and Nashville was my original choice. Okay, so you're in the same general area that I am. Then you made me think, reminding me of the Expos. Where Montreal is where? Hold on, we got to pull up Google Maps, everybody. Let's look up Montreal. Oh, it's all the way on the eastern side. Well, that doesn't help anything. If you go Nashville... That pitch is low. We are in the top of the second inning here. Game number 2 of a quadruple header. East Coast, yeah. So then you would go... That one is hit up the first base line and stays fair. He's going to think about 2. He's going for 2. Right fielder throws it in, and it is a little offline. So then if you go Montreal, then I think you start to kind of quadrant it a little bit. You would go like... I like the 8 teams that I have that keep San Francisco and the Dodgers. And then you would go like middle. So you'd have the Texas teams, the Florida teams, Atlanta. And then, but then you have to figure out the Midwest. No, you could figure out the Midwest. That's low for a strike. Swing and a miss. Vancouver and Montreal. 2 new teams, both Canadian, and why not? I wonder what would be more interesting as a rivalry, Portland versus Seattle or Vancouver versus Seattle. We're getting the weird graphical glitch as that is smacked up the out to left field. Not deep enough, so that'll keep the runner at third. I kind of like adding 2 Canadian teams. Why not? Who cares? And Vancouver still solves the Seattle. That one fouled back. This not solves, but at least helps the Seattle travel, and would help the new teams travel as well. Runners on first and third here for the Cincinnati Reds. They've been in this situation before. They hit into a double play. Nobody out this time, so they can trade 2 outs for a run if they really want to. And that is a nice pitch in for a strike. I feel like I need a map. And that pitch is low. Why in Vancouver? Because West Coast Canadians get nothing. That's true. I was kind of hoping Montreal was in, like, at least the middle. Like, not on all the way on the East Coast. Pitcher winds, fires. That one is crushed, but it goes foul. Full count here with 2 on, nobody out for the Cincinnati Reds. Pops this one up, and that is a horribly unfortunate situation for them. I mean, hey, the pitcher got him to chase, got him to pop it up, puts himself in a good situation to try and induce a ground ball double play. That one is slicing foul. Foul ball. That's foul. Pitcher sets, and here comes the 0-1. That one is going to be hit over to the second baseman. He is going to fire to second. Can he get there in time? He can. It's safe at first. He legged out a single to score the run, and the Cincinnati Reds take a lead, or take the lead. Okay, so then if you add Vancouver in, I would kick Colorado out. No, but then no. Vancouver. No, wait, because I think, hold on. Vancouver, Seattle. This one is knocked out to left field, sliding, but cannot make the grab. Rooting for the Astros because they have Posey. Fair enough. It's a nice effort by the left fielder to at least try and go for it. Yeah, I think you'd have to leave Colorado in. So then you'd have Vegas, Colorado, Arizona, and then the three Bay Area teams. That's 8. So that's one division done. That one is crushed out to right center. They're going to send the runner around third. He's going to come home and safe. Closer play than you might think. So then you would have Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Miami, I think 8 divisions of 4 teams would work better than 4 divisions of 8 teams. I agree with that. I don't like the 4 divisions with 8 teams in it. That one is hit up the first base line. That's going to stay fair. They're going first to third. They're scoring another run, and the Cincinnati Reds are doing some damage here with 2 outs. And this is all, you go back to it. You leg out a single. Give yourselves these opportunities to come up with big, no wild cards. 8 division only. 8 divisions, only division leaders make the playoffs. Oh boy. So you're straight to the division series then. Interesting. There are going to be some good teams that get left out. They're gonna end up with some NFL garbage though, where a 7-9 Seattle Seahawks team is gonna beat like a 10-6 whatever team. Or the fact that the Minnesota Vikings went 14-3 and had to that's foul. Had to go on the road. You're going to see an 81-81 Seattle Mariners team get in ahead of like a 97-win San Francisco Giants team. That's a swing and a miss to end the inning. But the Reds strike for 3. Posey, Butler, Rasmus coming on in for the Houston Astros. All right, here's Buster Posey stepping in to lead things off here. Bottom half of the second, Astros down 3-0. That is popped to the infield. Sees it well, waves him off, and picks up the out. So one away here quickly in the bottom of the second. Billy Butler. That pitch is in for a strike. That might look a little bit low, but that's... I'm not the umpire. They are the umpire. And that pitch outside. 1-1. Love a Giants vs. Mariners World Series. That way I can root against you, but have fun in the stream. Yeah, it would be fun. It's one of those happiness hedges of like, well, I don't... I'm glad people enjoyed that. That is a strike in for... or a pitch in for strike one. Actually, here, I'm going to look at the Mariners 2026 schedule real quick. 2-2. Here comes the pitch. That one is smacked over to third base and fires over to first for an out. Out number 2. Seattle. Mariners 2026 schedule. April. No, so they have their first off day, April 2nd. Might do a opening day Mariners watch along. That pitch missed for a ball. 1-0. 2 away here in the bottom half of the second. That pitch catches the middle of the plate. One and one, 2 away. Cracked butt. Foul. Sorry? Foul. Foul ball. Bump, 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 bump. That one is hit well out to center. The Reds. Center fielder makes a nice catch. That's the nicest look we've got at that funky hill. So we are now in the top of the third. Reds with a 3-0 lead. That one is smacked out to left. A nice diving grab by the left fielder. Terrific play. Missed the first one. The sliding catch he wasn't able to get. But made it count with that diving effort out there in left. That pitch misses low. That pitch in for a strike, so 1-1. The Astros have played pretty well, but they just couldn't get that defensive turn. This one is knocked out to center field. Waits for it, and that's out number 2. See if the batter wants to hit it out to right. It's been the left fielder making a nice play. It's been the center fielder making a routine play. Murphy batting .500 on the season, 1 for 1 on the day. Fires high. That one is hit up the middle. Shortstop misses the ball. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ryan Spielbors steps in with 1 on and 2 away. There have been a shocking number of defensive players just overrunning or diving over the ball early here in the season. That likely should have been out number 3 to send it to the bottom of the third, but instead it's some extra pitches here. And this is where Cincinnati was able to do their damage in the last inning. That pitch outside. That one is smashed up the middle. Do they go first to third? They will not. Probably a good call on the Reds base running. Let's go Blue Jays. Absolutely. You know what, give me a World Series Game 7 just for fun. Pitch misses inside for a ball. Ooh, 2 on, nobody out for Toronto in the top of the 7th. Oh, and that's a nice hit. It's just under the glove of the diving third baseman. That will score a run. The 4th run scored for Cincinnati with 2 outs. That'll make it 4-0, and the Astros will bring in a new pitcher. Vicente Paella. I missed the second half, but no record. Starlin Castro, 667 with 4 RBI on the season so far. Two on, 2 out here for Cincinnati. In the top of the third, it's going to be 1 pitch, 1 swing, and an out as it's fired over to first. They still give up the run. Some funky defense from the Astros at times, and it'll be a 4-0 Cincinnati lead heading to the bottom half of the third inning. Infante, Scutaro, and Figgins coming up for the Astros. Omar Infante. That pitch is inside. Let's see if Houston can do anything here. They only have 1 hit on the afternoon. That one smashed out to left, but left fielder strides over and grabs it. Out number 1. Marco Scutaro. Really? I could pronounce him with the first name, but I could not just pronounce the last name by itself. Weird. That one splits the defenders. The shortstop dives. Probably wasn't going to get there anyway, but a hit for Houston. Maybe they can get something going here. 1 away in the bottom of the third. Sean Figgins. believe he had a leadoff bunt in Arizona last time we saw him. I think it was Astros Diamondbacks. Check swing did not go. Braves Diamondbacks. Where'd the Astros played the Brewers? That's what it was. Good take by Figgins, low and outside. That one, oh, that gets down. I thought the first baseman was going to have that, but he doesn't. He's going for the double. Sends the runner to third, and it's 2 on for Houston with just 1 out. Tying run coming to the plate. Or, excuse me, they're down 4. My bad. How'd that get by him? Skip Shoemaker. 0 for on the season. Now's a great time to come up with a hit. Start to make this a little bit tight. Cincinnati's up 4-0. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch. Takes it in for a strike. That one is going to get hit up the right side. They're going to send the runner around from third. And out at the plate. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at that replay. We have seen some throws that have been a little offline, but the catchers are doing a great job. We're also seeing a lot of funk here. Why is the first baseman not going for the ball here? I don't think that even should have gotten into right field. We'll take a look as the ball comes in. Again, the slides are so funky. Figgins is going to come in here and... I mean, he's out by a good little bit. He came to a complete stop. It seems. Oh my goodness. The slide animations are terrible in this game. So 2 outs. The second out costs them a run. I mean, it's a good throw by the right fielder. That makes it a little more difficult. I mean, if you hold that runner, it's the tying run instead of trying to get another guy on base before the tying run. 2-0 count, 2 away. Really wanted that one early and sliced it foul. That one is going to be dribbled over to third base. He'll fire to first, and that will take care of the game. Cincinnati picks up a victory 4-1 here in Houston. Not sure if it's opened up a series or is game number 2. There are a few 4-game series happening right now. Player of the game is Grady Sizemore, 2 for 2 with an RBI, knocked out 2 singles. 400 average and 2 RBI on the season. Big 3-run second and 1 more in the third. Boof Bonzer gets the win. Jason Hamill gets the loss. 9 hits for the Reds. Some nice plays by I mean, you go back to that second inning, they score 3 runs with some hustle. Going up the line. They're able to cash in 2 more because the would have been a double play that ended the inning. Instead, it was just 1 out. But while that double play was trying to develop, they scored that run, and wow, what a game! All right, let's do one quick thing here. Save just in case, because you never know. You just never know with these old consoles. These here old consoles. You just never know. Save. Actually cancel. Save the season. Ooh, IKF flies lines out to shallow. Infield Max Muncy to Max Muncy. Okay. Andres Jimenez doubled off at first. Brutal. Brutal. Alright. Cubs Cardinals next on our docket here. It is. So let's head to St. Louis. We got 3 games in a row that we were watching. Right-handed heavy lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals team. Chipper Jones, the switch hitter. And then a lefty Lane, and then depending on Calypso. Calaspo? I just say Calypso. I just think about the evil character from Twisted Metal, and it breaks my little brain. Oh, I need to grab a thumbnail real quick. But welcome to St. Louis. You can see the arch back there. The Cardinals 2-1 taking on the 1-2 Chicago Cubs. Game 3 of our quadruple header. Chiaspo. My bad. It's not my fault that I can't ever stop thinking about good old Twisted Metal, okay? You can't put that on me. Here's your starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Center fielder, Michael Borum. Lefty. Left fielder, Martin Parado. Troy Tulowitzki, the shortstop. Right fielder, J.D. Drew. Catcher, Josh Thole. First baseman, Derek Barton. Designated hitter, Travis Ishikawa. Third baseman, Alberto Chiaspo. And second baseman, Ricky Weeks. Rounds out this lineup. Doug Fister. I hardly know her. On the mound for his first start of the season. Holy. Love that man. Michael Bourne, okay. First pitch goes foul, and we're underway for Game 3 today. That one is smacked out to center. Goes for the dive, but misses. It'll be at least a double. Does he try for 3? He's rounding, and it should be an easy triple. So the Cubs off to a fun start. Some might say an electric start. What's good is that they gave you the PA announcer, so you don't even need. That's true. The PA announcer does get a little washed out though, so it is helpful to see it in the chat. I do appreciate it. Parada. It's late for you? That is high for a ball. It's especially when the home team comes up and they say the name and the crowd cheers. It kind of sometimes it'll block the back half of the name. That one stays a little high. I thought that might drop in for a strike, but instead it's another ball. 2-0 here. Runner on third. Yeah, East Coast and have an early shift tomorrow. Damn. Well, I appreciate you hanging out. .30. Should be an auto take, but you never know. This game can be a wild card sometimes. And just like that, it's 3-1. It was probably going to be a strike anyway. Where the batters get really aggressive here is the 3-1 count, which I feel like we haven't seen a ton of today. Of course, there was a lot of discussion in that last game about realignment. Instead, that one's going to be off the end of the bat. I love the play that the Cardinals just had. It's about the worst piece of contact you could ask for. Held the runner at third, and then instead of worrying about throwing it to anybody, just tagged him. Troy Tulowitzki. Great last name. Today was my Friday, so I'm coasting clean. Hell yeah. Pitch is low and out inside for ball one. Hopefully you enjoy your days off. I appreciate how loud the crowd ambience is in this game because it's pretty quiet in some of the newer versions. That one is slicing foul. I'm glad to hear you're loving the series. It's a lot of fun to just make whatever the hell you want, but to have people go like, "Hey, man, I really like it." It's like, oh, cool. I'm not the only person who's like, "Hey, let's randomize rosters and have fun." Sets up inside, slices that one foul again. 2-2, one away. That one's outside for a ball. Good take, good eye. Fills up the count. That one is smashed into center field. Beats the defense, and a nice find there. Just found a little gap. And able to get the runner in. Customizing franchise and seasons is what I do too. Creates your own universe. Yeah, it's awesome. I wish they would bring back season mode for the newer games. They got rid of it. After 17, this one is crushed to center. It is far. It is deep. It is... Oh, at the base of the wall, they're going to have a funky situation here. He's going to run first to third, and he's going to make it, but the hitter almost caught up to the runner. Funky play there for the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, I like how malleable it is. You can't do anything like this in the franchise mode. And then they brought in March to October, but that's not what I want. That's an out. Yeah, it's great because it kind of snugly fits between the end of a regular season and the beginning of the next season. Just give the content a different flavor, a different style. That one is smacked out to the left, and that is going to be out number 3. Looked a little more adventurous than it probably should have, but Chicago puts 3 hits on the board. They score a run. Rios Paulino and Ramirez coming up. Actually, we'll get the lineup here in just a second. I don't. It's not what I want. Alex Rios is going to lead off for the St. Louis Cardinals, center fielder. Ronnie Paulino, the catcher. Hanley Ramirez and Manny Ramirez, shortstop and left field, respectively. Chipper Jones over at third. Mark DeRosa, designated hitter. Tyler Colvin in right field. First baseman Troy Glaus and second baseman Aaron Hill. I'm going to guess that there's a lefty on the bump for the Chicago Cubs because this is a ton of right-handed hitters. It is indeed. It's Barry Zito making his first appearance of the season. So Rios steps in. Down one. The lefty Zito winds, fires, fouled away. That one catches the inside for a strike. A lot of shakes of the head no in the crowd. 37,000 umpires. Ooh, big inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Wow. 4 runs. Ty France. Go you. Just downloaded some of them off of an old forum. Old organs or MLB games? Old organ sounds. Zito fires. That one's high for a ball. Two and two. That one stays outside. These fans don't look terrible. The sound effects. 37,000 umpires. There were some good posts from Mariners fans who were like, oh man, the tickets are too expensive. And they're posting like, it would have been really funny to get one from like the Space Needle that's like, come on up, you know that's a strike. But there were some good ones that were like the stadium's way off in the distance. And there were some good ones from the from that Bristol game as well. Which unfortunately for MLB ended up being kind of a mess because it got rained out. Leadoff man for St. Louis did put some good wood on the ball, but couldn't get it to drop. 1 away. That one is low for ball 1. Ooh, nice. Good adjustment there. That curveball was a little cute. Didn't drop the way that he wanted it to, and it's a nice single there. Stayed back on it and lined it out to right field. Bristol game was a huge mess. Yeah, I mean, I forgot about all the food problems and everything. Just even from a weather perspective. I wonder when they'll stop trying to do those gimmick games. Probably never, but you can kind of hope. It looks like they're going for the hit and run or the steal attempt. He's chasing it, and it's going to drop foul. Big break for St. Louis. He had a pretty good beat on it, but just didn't have the speed to catch up to it falling. So instead of an out, it's just a strike. That one goes up the first base line, but foul. Oh, and 2. 1-on-1 away here. Big swing and a miss. Whatever pitch that pitcher went with, I like. They stuck with the outside part of the plate. Looked like the batter was way ahead. Two away. Manny Ramirez steps in, big number 99. He'll take a strike on the outside part of the plate. Ramirez fouls that one off. On the third base side, 0-2. That one misses inside. Good eye. Zito winds, fires, misses inside again. Ramirez with a couple good looks there, or a couple good takes, I should say, and it'll be 2-2. Oh, he gets hit. Oh, they hit Ramirez, and he'll go to first. Worked inside 3 straight times, but lost the handle on it a little bit. That'll bring Chipper Jones to the plate. 400 average with 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Stolen bases, I believe, is that last stat. Great opportunity here for Chipper. He'll fire that up the first base side, but foul. That pitch is low. Count even at 1-1. Zito fires. That one's low again. Good eye from Chipper Jones. 2-1. Takes a hack at it, but it will drift foul. That pitch is outside. Jones with a really good eye in this at-bat. Works the count full. Runners in motion, and he slices that one foul. That one is going to be smashed up the third baseline. Got to stay fair. I think putting in the runners in motion is going to give the St. Louis Cardinals the lead. They're sending him around third. He is safe at home easily. Cardinals 2, Cubs 1. Jones comes through with 2 outs in the bottom of the first, all the way to the wall. Boop. Mark DeRosa. Not a whole lot going right for him so far to start the season, but some time to turn things around. A runner on second with 2 outs. That one's low. Catcher does a great job blocking it in the dirt. Ball 1. They'll come out to talk to the pitcher. Have you considered throwing better pitches? That pitch is in for a strike, so it looks like the talk worked. Zito misses that one on the outside for a ball. Two and one. That pitch is in for a strike. Zito looking for that put-away pitch, but can't find it. Works the count full for the second straight batter. Mark DeRosa was a pretty decent ball player. I mean, he was no Mark Grace. But, you know, that's kind of high bar. 3-2 on the way. It's going to be hit up the middle. They might send Jones. Are they going to? They will. Center fielder rises, fires. It's offline and a little late. So a good job to work that count full. A single up the middle, and it's 3-1 St. Louis. Tyler Colvin. Zito misses positively for a strike. That ball stays inside. 2-0. Or 1-1, excuse me. I forgot that first pitch was a strike. My bad. This one is smacked out to left. Left fielder moves a few steps, waits around, and there it is, out number 3. St. Louis takes the lead 3-1 on 3 hits. Scoring all their runs with 2 away. Ishikawa. Calispo? No, it was in the chat. No, or was that a different name? Cayaspo. There it is. Be interesting to see if can Chicago respond. They don't need everything. They can just get a run. What does Chicago's entire second inning look like? Offensively and defensively. That turnaround animation for the umpire is so dorky, and then you hear him say, foul! Yeah, it was foul. It was foul the whole way. Fouled away. It's so late. It's so late. 0-2 count here. This one skied high to left. Has a beat on it and drops into the glove on the warning track. Right on the line. And that is out number 1. Alberto Cayespo. Stepping in here with 1 away. Righty fires a ball inside. That pitch is in for a strike. One count here, and that one is in for a strike as well. So it gets ahead 1-2 It looked like a pretty hittable pitch, but watches it go right on by. Here comes the 1-2. And that one is sliced out to left. Busy left fielder here in this inning. He puts away the second out. Third consecutive output away by a left fielder when you include that the Cubs left fielder. It's a great inning for the St. Louis pitching staff. They give up the lead. That pitch is in for a strike. Give up the lead in the top of the first. The offense comes through, gives them 2 runs to work with, and a couple balls to left field. 2 away, and good aggressive pitching here. That one misses low. That pitch is outside. Big swing and a miss. Evens things up at 2-2. 2 away here in the top of the second. That one misses outside. Maybe a little too cute on that one. Fills up the count. Righty fires. Got him right at the bottom of the zone. That'll do it. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Chicago. Glaus, Hill, and Rios coming to the plate for St. Louis with a 2-run lead. See if they can get any extra insurance before they head into the top of the third. Mariners baseball coming up next, taking on the Athletics. That'll be our 4th and final game of the day. Back tomorrow with Dispatch at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then we'll return to MLB 11 on Thursday and Friday. Strike right over the heart of the plate. Oh and 1. That one is sliced out to right field. Right fielder fires inside, or fires in. Aaron Hill. The Cardinals must have a very good record, and if I, just based on the 1 or 2, now the second game that we've seen, I would put them as a front runner. This one's going to get driven out to right. See if it hits the wall. It will. They'll send him to third, but will they send him around? They will not. Double advances the runner to third, and Alex Rios, who's 0 for 1 today, with a couple of runners in scoring position and an opportunity to blow this game open. That pitch is in. That must be high corner for strike number 1. Swings on the high pitch and drives it. Foul. It's a foul ball. That one stays inside. One and 2. Here comes the pitch. It's off the end of the bat. Fires over to first. Neither runner able to advance, and it'll be 1 away. Nice defense from the Cubs. Second time we've seen that, where it's just not a very good piece of contact, and the defender's in the correct position, makes the right play. Got to bring in Ronnie Polino. That pitch is in just at the bottom of the zone for a strike. That one is hit right to the first baseman. It's an out on the fly. Cubs defense doing a really nice job. Just keeping it close. These are the types of innings that really crush me, when you get one out at a time defensively. Oof, that's a dangerous pitch. Does stay outside. That one in the dirt. No one's able to really go anywhere. Good block. 2-0 count, though. It wasn't intended to be a commentator's curse, but it feels like it is a little bit of one. That one is fired, and the second baseman just missed it. The right fielder a little lackadaisical. There is some funk in the animations in this game. I cannot believe the second baseman did not take a shot at that ball. That is going to lead to 2 runs being scored. Manny Ramirez got hit by a pitch, came around to score. I think this might have put the game out of reach. 5-1. More 2-out damage today. Zito fires a low. That one fouled away. That ball's foul. Thank you. That's a strike over the heart of the plate. Blue Jays looking pretty good right now. 5-run lead in the 8th. All right. That is just fair, and that's a nice fire over to first base. That'll take care of the inning, but the St. Louis Cardinals come up with 2 more runs. Last chance for the Cubs in the top of the 3rd. Oh, they're going for the bunt, but it's foul. Big swing over the top of that pitch, and it is 0-2. Quickly 0-2. That pitch inside. Bit of a delayed jump back, but didn't hit him. Ball 1. Big swing and a miss. 1 down for Chicago in the top of the 3rd. So we get a little extra animation. Martin Parado steps in. Just off the end of the bats. That one's low. How would you ring him up? Ring him up. Smack to the shortstop. Fires deep in the hole for out number 2. So it all comes down to this. The final opportunity for the Chicago Cubs, who, believe it or not, led this game 1-0 in the first. It's been all Colorado. Troy Tulowitzki, he played for Colorado, but they're not playing this game. It's been all St. Louis since. Tulowitzki takes that high, 1-0. Tulowitzki has a nice knockout to right field. Should be able to get to second relatively easily. Right fielder picks up the ball. He's going for 3. Tulowitzki slides head first in. Safely at third. So Tulowitzki took that extra 90 feet. Knew something about the defense that we didn't. His speed was better than the defender's arm. That pitch just catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. Fires that one low. 1-1. How crushing are those 2 runs that Chicago gave up in the bottom of the second going to be? That pitch is outside, low. Either way, it's a ball. 2-1. That pitch low. Three and one. Game really likes being aggressive on the 3-1 count. Runner at third. He took a strike right down the heart of the plate. So the count is full. Cubs down to their final strike. That is going to be ball 4. So works a walk. Didn't really take the bat off his shoulder there. So 2 on. Getting a little bit tight here for the St. Louis Cardinals. Still just need 1 out. Plenty of room to work with. So lefty steps in. Righty winds, fires. Takes that one on the outside for a strike. That pitch is outside as well. 2-0. Pitcher might need a pep talk or someone to go out and calm him down a little bit. It's 1-1. My bad. Swung under that one. Good pitch sequencing there. And the Cubs once again down to their final strike. He's going to pop this one out to the shortstop on the edge of the grass. That will do it. St. Louis comes back, technically, to win this one 5-1. Chicago made it a little bit scary there, but just too much to overcome. They really probably needed a run in the second, and they needed to make sure that they didn't give up anything in the bottom of the second, but they gave up 2 in kind of a funky situation. Chipper Jones, your player of the game, 1 for 1 with a double. He knocked in 2. Doug Fister gets the win. Barry Zito gets the loss. No saves, no home runs in this one. And that will do it for game number 3. Cardinals out hit the Cubs 6-4. And our final game of the day is Seattle taking on Oakland. Mariners 2-1, the Athletics 1-2. Simulate those handful of games before. And I'll make sure that I'm not playing as we jump in. So Jurgens versus Davis. Neiman versus Dickey. Cahill versus Strasburg. Steven Strasburg for the Oakland Athletics? What? As you can see, some of the pitchers having a record, having an ERA. That's where it's going to be kind of fun to start seeing, like, how high do those ERAs balloon. You can see that Strasburg has like a 13 ERA. As we get set for our 4th and final game of the day. Welcome to the Oakland Coliseum. No longer in use. I wanted to say circulation, but that's not correct. Kevin Youkilis, your player to watch, even though he has no hits, home runs, or RBIs. Nothing going on for him. Starting lineup, Brett Gardner going to lead off for the Mariners, a left fielder. Kurt Suzuki, he will be batting second. The catcher, Ichiro in right field. Behind him, Aramis Ramirez, the third baseman. Travis Hoffner, the first baseman. Brett Wallace, your DH. Second baseman, Reed Brignac. Ian Kinsler, the second baseman, and Melky Cabrera, the center fielder, round out things for the Seattle Mariners. Wade Davis, pitcher for the Athletics, making his season debut. There's a look at the Oakland Athletics, who have a couple interesting names out there, including Vlad Guerrero. Hideki Matsui, an interesting name as well. So here we go. Oakland in Seattle. That is a first pitch hit over to the first baseman. Flips to the pitcher for out number 1. First pitch swinging, first pitch out, and Kurt Suzuki playing for Oakland in the game, but playing for Seattle in our simulation here. He'll be batting second. That one is skied to right field. Just a couple steps to his left and makes the catch. Very quickly 2 away for the Seattle Mariners. World Series Game 4 heads to the bottom of the 9th. 6-1 Toronto. That'll bring in Ichiro, averaging a 250 average. Good eye there. Takes a look at that curveball low. 1-0. Pitcher sets up outside. Ichiro looks at that one, stay outside. It'll be 2-0. Winds, fires. That one is hit to the left side. Sliding stop, fires over to first. Not in time. Nice hustle by Ichiro. Great play by the shortstop for the Athletics. Aramis Ramirez steps in. 1 on and 2 out. Ichiro going for the steal of second, and he has it clean. Didn't even swipe the tag at all. Ichiro doing his best Ricky Henderson impression. One of the better slides we've seen is I don't think the base exists in that replay. That's very weird looking. This is smashed out to left center. Its diving effort is not enough. It'll be a run-scoring single. So the stolen base really helps the Seattle Mariners. Gets Ichiro all the way around. It's a great diving effort. In the perfect time for that diving effort. It was right in the gap. Had a good look at it. He missed it, but it didn't lead to that much extra because the center fielder was covering right behind him. 1-0 Seattle here, top 1. That one is hit on the ground. Picked up by the second baseman, who fires over to first for out number 3, but not before Ichiro scores the first run of the game on a single. Youkilis with a pretty nice mustache there. Jacoby Ellsbury, the center fielder, will lead off. Vlad Guerrero behind him, the right fielder. Third baseman Kevin Youkilis, first baseman Adam Lind. Left field Hideki Matsui. Kayahu, the designated hitter. Clinton Barnes, the shortstop. Jose Lopez at second. Brian Schneider, the catcher. Jair Jurgens? Jurgens? He's making his first appearance of the season. Jacoby Ellsbury will get us started here on the bottom of the first. Takes a pitch well inside for ball 1. A good job by Seattle to strike first in the top half of the inning. Thought about swinging. Didn't look like he went. No appeal. So 2-0. Big swing and a miss. I'll make it 2-1. This one is going to be smashed out to left, but center, excuse me. Smashed out to center. Moves a few steps to his right, our left. And that is out number 1. So nice play there by Cabrera out in center field. As Vlad Guerrero steps in, batting .333. Righty winds and fires. This one is smacked out to left center field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Should be an easy double for Guerrero. He'll be in with a stand-up double, in fact. That'll put a runner in scoring position. That's going to bring up Kevin Youkilis, I believe. I want to say Vlad Guerrero was on a cover of like funky. What's the 989 Studios MLB games. Euclid takes a pitch inside. Takes that pitch high and drives it into foul territory. Right fielder, it's Ichiro making a run for it. He's going to make the grab. That'll be out number 2. Stranding that runner at second. Oh, Anaheim. No, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones. Okay, yeah. MLB 2006. It was the very last version of the game was Vlad Guerrero. Barry Bonds was on MLB 2003. Those 989 studio games, which would become Sony San Diego. You don't see those games quite as frequently. One and one with 2 out. The large foul territory portions of the Coliseum really benefiting the Mariners on that out by Ichiro. Next pitch in for a strike. 1-2 with 2 away. Runner on second. He'll take a pitch inside. Delayed jump back. That evens things up at 2-2. That one is going to go foul. Los Angeles Dodgers making it interesting in the World Series. Runner on second, 1 out. They have scored 1 run. 6-2 now. That is going to be smashed out to left. This is going to tie the game. And it'll be a double 4. Oh my goodness. They'll trade spaces up at second base. The double to score the run to bring in Hideki Matsui. Zeros across the board. You do need to remember that last stat is stolen bases. He takes a big swing and a miss on a pitch that looks like it missed its spot and stayed a little more up than you wanted. Could be one of those times the commentator goes, if he makes contact, look out. 0-1. Low gets him to swing and fouls it away 0-2. Pitch misses low and outside. Ball 1. That pitch misses low and inside. Good eye by Hideki Matsui, right? Yeah. 2-2. 2 away. 1 on second. That one smashed foul. The Guerreros are the only so far father and son to appear on the cover of a sports game, I believe. Can't think of any father-son duo where that would also apply. Cover athletes are pretty new. When it's all said and done, like Madden didn't start having cover athletes till 2001. There's one weird one with like Garrison Hurst in like 97 or something. That is going to, they should hold at third. That'll get past the second baseman, but I don't think you do not run on Ichiro. Left that pitch a little more over the plate in a hittable spot. So Guerrero and Guerrero Jr. would be the perfect time for that. Because even like, I mean, how many father-son duos would be a realistic option for that aside from them? 2 on, 2 out here for the Oakland Athletics. Bottom one. That pitch just misses inside. That one is hit but foul up the first base line. You know, I could see Arch Manning. Ooh, let's see. He wasn't on. Who was the? It was God, what's his name? Ellis? NCAA, no. College football 25. Biggio, although Craig was far better than his son. But when yeah, that's Quinn Ewers is the guy I was thinking of. Because Arch Manning wasn't even in the game. That one is popped straight up. Very quick out number 1. Game 4 of the World Series is final. 6-2 Blue Jays over the Dodgers. Series all tied at 2 games apiece. Guaranteed going back to Toronto. And what will that game on Halloween be? Will it be a 3-2 lead for Toronto? A 3-2 lead for Los Angeles? 1-1. Oakland ties it in the bottom of the first. A nice double. That strike is in at the bottom of the zone. Craig Biggio. Oh, I have extreme battery saver on, everybody. That pitch misses outside. The Bichettes are both good. Neither as good as the Guerreros. Yeah, I think it's such unique. Like, it's so unique. I think Arch Manning would be your next possibility, depending on how 2K wants to treat LeBron's final year. Do they stick him on the cover with Bronny? This is flied out to the left. Oh, I'm sure people would eat it up. The Griffies were the first one that I thought of, and then I was like, oh, shoot, that's right. The MLB PA didn't even really get involved for a while as far as some of the older baseball games. Because they'd be like, Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball on the Super Nintendo. Big swing and a miss there. Oh, 1, 2 away here on the top of the second. Oakland pitcher done a nice job here to settle down. Seattle's also producing some very aggressive swings. It's almost like I'm controlling the game, but I'm not. This one is smacked out to left, right fielder. Smacked out to right, excuse me. Right fielder has a good beat on it, and that will put the side away. I think we're falling asleep. Guerrero fires the ball into the stands. Fun little animation there. And it'll remain 1-1 heading to the bottom of the second. That is a nice hit out to left, but a better diving grab. Tumbles for out number one. Bobby and Barry Bonds, if they could ever get the rights, instant series record breaker, or sales record breaker. The only game, other game seniors that I can think of are the Earnhardts in NASCAR. Oh. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was absolutely on NASCAR Thunder 2003. Well, that was one of the... We had that game. For the GameCube. Fouled away. Let's see, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Gary Payton and Gary Payton the second. Okay. I'm going to guess Gary Payton was on NBA 06. I feel like Gary Payton was on the PSP game that I had. Hey, absolutely. Well, that's Ray Allen. Never mind. Pitch is outside. Can you please stop trying to reload the page? Swing and a miss. Steph Curry and everyone else. He was on 2K17. That weird... Why would the pitcher not get that ball? It's going to lead to a... Out. Okay. Just barely got it. Funky situation there for the Seattle Mariners. The pitcher just watched it go by. Nice scoop and throw, and it'll keep the game at 1. Or 2K... I think it was 2K16. That ugly triple cover. But you could get them individually. The whole thing was dumb. He was Steph Curry, James Harden, and... This one is smashed out to right center field. Center fielder has a beat on it. Nice grab. Is it Anthony Davis? Who it was. James Harden, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis. Why do I know that? Featuring a Spike Lee joint. That pitch misses low for a ball. That's why people come to these streams. How many sports covers can I name? Two and 0 here to the Mariners batter. top 3, 1-1 game. That is going to be hit out near center, and that is where he will make the 2K games do not deserve my money anymore. Yeah. Kurt Suzuki stepping in with a .333 average. Realistically, the only sports game I should buy every year is as Suzuki takes a ball high. Goodness gracious. The only sports game I should buy is MLB The Show. Good eye to take that for a ball. 2-0. Oh, you need internet connection to play Create a Player? That's ridiculous. That pitch is in just at the top of the zone for a strike. Oh, it's tied to the server for all the experience and like... There's just so much crap in there that just doesn't matter. MLB The Show is by light years the best sports game. It is the one that I enjoy playing the most. That's why I do 162 games of it. That is crushed but foul.
That's a foul ball.
It's a foul ball. That is off the end of the bat right to the third baseman. He'll fire over to first. And that'll take care of the side for the Seattle Mariners. So no damage done. Ellsbury, Guerrero, and Youkilis coming up to the plate for the Oakland Athletics. Bottom 3. That pitch is high, almost hit him. Ball 1. That pitch is low. So 2-0. Dangerous place to be in for this Mariners pitcher. Ooh, got that one foul. So you turn off the servers each year when a new one comes out, rendering it virtually unplayable except for franchise mode. Ugh. The thing that sucks is 2K is the best. It's the most malleable of all of the sports games. Like being able to take a pack of cards and make that roster and then put it in the game is awesome. You can turn all the stats so that all the games or lengths are the same. You can watch games, you can play games. I think it's MLB 21 at least. I know the servers for 17 for MLB The Show were turned off. This one's out to left. Looked a little adventurous, but does come up with the catch. All right, Vlad Guerrero. He'll step in. This is a good little top of the lineup for Oakland. Guerrero, then Youkilis. Oh boy, and that's why. It's going out to the wall. This is going to be another double. I believe Vladdy's second double of the day. Left fielder, not the strongest arm, fires to the cutoff, and it's a stand-up double. Yeah, it's an offline mode. Like, not everything needs to be tangled together. Just separate it out a little bit. It's fine. Because they even do that in Madden where it's like tied to the yard, and I'm like, I don't want any of this. I just want to be a quarterback or a wide receiver or whatever. Let me be a kicker. Come on. 0-1 to Euclid in a 1-1 game. Takes a ball outside. Euclid knocks this one to right center field. See if they send Guerrero. Center fielder waits for it. It falls in, and Guerrero makes it easily. Adam Lind will step in. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Knocked in the tying run. Can he knock in the winning run? 2 outs here. Bottom third. That pitch is low. That one misses inside. That one misses over the heart of the plate, but a good job, I guess, to fool him. I don't know. Got a little lucky there with no swing from the Athletics batter. 2-1, winning run 90 feet away. Righty winds, fires. Swing and a miss. Gets him to go over the top of it. 2-2. Comes set. That's way outside, full count. That is a foul ball, so we'll do it again. That is a walk, just missed on the outside part of the plate. So now runners on the corners. Looks like Seattle is going to bring in a fresh arm. Mitch Stetter. Mitch Stetter, that is indeed how you pronounce it. Zeros all over the board. And Hideki Matsui is going to step in 1 for 1 with a single. 250 average. This does create a lefty-lefty matchup. That pitch misses low. Ball 1. That pitch is inside for a strike. At the corner I think he was looking for last time. 1-1. That one right back to the pitcher. Wow. Whew, with some of the funky animations in this game, I'm a little surprised. If that gets by the pitcher, it is an Oakland win instead. We are heading to extras with Ichiro, Ramirez, and Hafner coming up for the Seattle Mariners. Ichiro had the single, stole a base. We got around from second. And that crowd really quieted down as we had top 4. Ichiro takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out tonight. That is going to be hit over to the shortstop. Bobbles it a little bit, and Ichiro's going to be safe. Ichiro has tortured this poor shortstop. Obviously a misplay on that one, and it was a difficult play in the first inning. But he's been able to beat that shortstop a couple of times now. See if they put Ichiro in motion. That's what they did last time. Wouldn't be surprised to see a throw over. That pitch is outside for a ball. You'll know if he goes for the steal because the crowd will start to cheer a little bit louder. It's an interesting technical tip of the hand. That pitch is low. That pitch right down the middle on a 2-0 count. That one inside. Oh, flip those swings. 2-2. Even if that pitch gets called a strike, you're just not going to do a whole lot with it. That is hit up the first base line, but foul. Count remains 2-2. 1 on, nobody out here for Seattle in the top of the fourth. A 1-1 game for those of you who just joining us. Ooh, big swing and a miss from Ramirez. That'll be out number 1. Right at the top of the zone. Swing timing normal on a 90-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball just under it. That'll bring up Travis Hafner. That makes sense. Keep Ichiro at first. You figure they might be a little more aggressive, putting him in motion to stay out of that double play. Hafner takes a pitch inside for a ball. Ball 1. I'll throw back over to first. Ichiro dives back safely. He is going to crack this to center field, and it is gone. No doubt home run. 2-run blast. Seattle 3, Oakland 1 here in the top of the fourth. He knew it, and they gave us the angle for it. Watched it go 404 feet. That'll bring in Brett Wallace. Not doing anything on the season. That pitch is outside. That pitch is in on that outside part of the plate. Just gets the edge. Ground part can be a little tricky. That is going to be hit over to the shortstop. Scoops it cleanly and fires over to first. That shortstop bobble ends up coming back to bite him. That pitch misses outside. Ball 1. 2 away here in the top of the fourth inning. We'll see what the Seattle Mariners want to do pitching-wise. OBS, why would you do that? Why would you line out there? Or stop working there? Looks like it's okay, maybe? I don't know. It's second time tonight that OBS is disconnected, so hopefully you didn't miss anything too important. There's a double into left field. This one smashed out to center field. A couple steps in front of the warning track, and he will make out number 3. Seattle, though, comes up with a couple of runs on a 2-run blast. They do charge Oakland with an error. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Last chance for the Oakland Athletics. Oh, it's hectic. We're so close. OBS, we're so close. Our internet has been funky. We were trying to, I guess, future spoilers, because we already recorded the video, but we did try to play Power Wash Simulator 2, and it did not go well. It does seem like that game is a little bit borked from a co-op perspective, which is hugely unfortunate for us. This one is popped to the first baseman, right on the foul line, and he records the out. When Barmouth steps in here with one away, they're going to leave the lefty in there, so it is a save up. No, it'd be a win for him, not a save opportunity. Interesting, because it was tied when he came in. I wish this game's logic was broken just a little bit differently so that the game understood that the 3rd inning was technically the 9th inning, like it's the end of the game. And now we are into extras, like it just works like it's a normal game. I'll be honest, this game broke me before I could break it. 0-2. That is foul. Third base side. That is a strike on the inside part of the plate. I am a little surprised. That is such a funky and a finicky spot. At times it feels like it's consistently a ball, and then there's just like this weird random strike there. And that's not a super helpful replay, if I'm being honest. I'd argue not a helpful replay in the slightest. Lopez steps in, the last chance for the Oakland Athletics. Got to keep the line moving if they want to keep this game going. The lefty fires and gets the outside part of the plate. Strike 1. That is lined out to right field. Ichiro chasing it down. It's gonna... Ooh, boy, that is a rocket arm. It is pretty on line, but just a tad late. So, tying run comes to the plate. I am surprised that the pitching staff hasn't changed. Of course, it is now a lefty-lefty matchup, so what do I know? Two away. Just needs one good pitch here to roll a grounder. Not that. They are going to hold the runner at second, surprisingly. I don't think he has the fastest legs in the world. And it did go to that side of the field, so it is a short throw. I mean, can't be out number 3 at third base in extras. Just can't do it. I don't think that run really matters anyway, so... Probably a smart call. 1-1 on its way. That's fouled off. Athletics down to their final strike. That pitch misses. A little too cute. Don't love that location. Two and two. Lefty set. Fires, gets him on the inside part of the plate. That is strike 3. Couple of pitches on the border go the Mariners' way, and they will pick up a 3-1 victory here in extras. Good news for me. So the 2-run home run is huge, and Travis Hefner is your player of the game, 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run in that top of the 4th inning. Makes that error really costly, and makes sure that that runner that got to second for Oakland at the bottom of the 4th does not pose much of a threat. Mitch Stetter gets the win. Wade Davis picks up the loss. Hefner with the home run for the Mariners. 3-1 your final. Even though the Mariners get out hit by the Athletics, that error proves rather costly. And with that, I believe day 6, whatever this is has come to a close. We did start this 1 week ago, so let's do a quick standings check, because we can sim to date, and that'll get us to tomorrow. Do a quick around the league standings. We'll start in the American League West. The Mariners 3-1, the Rangers 3-2, Athletics 2-3, or Angels 2-3, excuse me, and the Athletics 1-3. Mariners have only given up 2 runs, so that'll be interesting to look at as we quickly run through this. In the American League Central, the Twins are on top at 4-1, Royals 2-2, Tigers 2-3, White Sox and Cleveland. They've only been outscored by 1 run. Interesting. 12-6. In the American League East, the Blue Jays are on top at 3-2. 3 teams log jammed: the Red Sox, Orioles, and Yankees at 2-2. The Rays 2-3. And the Rays play the Blue Jays, so that's not good for them. National League wild card, don't really need to worry about that right now. The National League West has the Rockies on top at 4-1, tied with the Padres. A huge difference, though. Padres 24 runs scored, 6 runs allowed. The Rockies 9-4. The Giants are 2-3. They are on a 2-game winning streak. The Diamondbacks 2-3 as well. And the Dodgers 1-4. They are at an L4 after winning their opening game. In the National League Central, the Cardinals and Pirates are on top at 3-1. The Reds 3-2. Astros 2-3. Brewers and Cubs both 1-3. And in the National League East, the Phillies are 4-1. The Nationals are 4-2. Marlins at 2-3. The Braves at 2-3. And the Mets have yet to win a game. So those are your standings 1 week in to our MLB 11 The Show season. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back with another quadruple header of baseball tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell if you'd like to be notified. I will actually not be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I apologize. I will be back tomorrow at 6. We'll be playing Dispatch episodes 3 and 4. Thursday we'll be back with MLB 11 and a quadruple header of games for your enjoyment, amusement, befuddlement, confusion, whatever word you would like to throw there. Thank you again so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. We will see you tomorrow for Dispatch. Thursday we'll be back with this. Have a great rest of your night. Good sports, go team, and have a great rest of your night. Goodbye, everybody.